Hi. You have to excuse me, I'm still sick. Today I want to talk about something we got. It's a little mini sewing machine. It's a really small. You get these off eBay for like 12, 15 bucks. I want to talk to you about how well it works and some of the problems you run into. I apologize, I'm still sick. Um, the first time I used this sewing machine, the thread broke. It has taken me forever to figure out how to get this thing rethreaded to where it will actually work. I did discover something. First, here's how small it is. There's my hand. I mean, it is really tiny. It will do blue jeans to a point. Where the blue jean is the thinnest. It will not do anywhere where there's already a hem. It is not made for that. Excuse me, like I said, I'm still sick. I do have a sock here. It's a really old sock. It has some holes in it. And I'm going to show you how it works. Midnight is like trying to get in the picture here. Midnight, move. Don't stop playing with the sock. These are really small. If you need a sewing machine, these are for real petty stuff, minor stuff. There is one thing I learned about this machine. I will let you know. I'm going to set this camera down. Midnight, go on. And I'm going to put a stitch in this sock, and I'm going to show you one of the problems you're going to run into. Let me set this down. Okay, right here is the stitch. I'm going to lift this up, pull a little bit more thread out. Once you get done putting a stitch in, I'd advise you do this. And be careful because this thread will break. If your thread won't come out, what you have to do is, here's one of the problems. You have to cut it. And you have to separate the string here. Right here, the top and bottom string are together. You have to get this top string back over here, and then the bottom string will be out there. The easiest way to do that is to grab the string itself at the bottom and try to untwist the string a little bit, just so you can separate it. Something like that. Just untwist it, because if you don't untwist this and reset this string, it will break the string. And now you have to find out which one of these goes to the over here, and you have to get that one pulled through without pulling another one through. And once again, it's not easy to do. You just have to figure out which one is which. And it'd be so much easier if I had both hands doing this. Like I said, you have got to separate this string. Once you use this one time, these strings have to be separated. Alright, let me set this camera down a second, separate these. Okay, as you can see, hopefully you can see, the bottom string is still here. And give it a little tug. Pull some extra out. Oh, I really do apologize for that. And then pull your top string, give yourself some slack up here, right here. And make sure you got enough string. And the top string, I hope you can see this, has to be out towards the front. The bottom string has to be out towards the back. Now, since I started a little bit on this sock, I don't know if you can see the stitching, but that's pretty tight stitching. So are these little $8-10 sewing machines worth the cost? It depends on what you're going to use it for. The one problem you may have is this bottom string may break, and when it does, you have to put your bobber in, put your string out this little slide, and then kind of push it up underneath a little bit, under the metal plate. And when you push, once you get that done, push this up and down a couple times, and it will grab it, and you're ready to sew. But that's it. It's a little mini sewing machine. And like I said, it's like $8, $10, $12, something like that on eBay. It does have a foot pedal for controlling the sewing machine. It has high and low. I just leave it on high, off and on. It's pretty basic. But like I said, when we first got this, the string broke, and it took me forever to figure out how to get the string to go back on. There's really no videos on YouTube about this as far as getting the string on that is actually in English. So if you have one of these and you can't figure it out, leave a comment and I'll try to show you step by step. Alright, bye.